Welcome to the Bold Analysis, ladies and gentlemen. I want to start this video by extending my gratitude to two special camps or two special groups in this channel. The team US and the team Uganda. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much in a special way. I didn't know that I really have such an audience from Uganda. And today I was just going through and towards the Saras initiative, I realized that there is a lot of support from Uganda and US, and I cannot underestimate what the Team Kenya are doing. I have something special for Team Kenya, of course. We are towards the target. We are going to revisit that. There is today's Daily Nation running with this story. I just got hold of this newspaper late this evening. President Raila, it's now or never. Then if you look at it, you'll see the photo, 60 years of bitter rivalry, Jomo versus Jaramogi, and Uhuru versus Raila. Now, today, I was talking to my good in-laws from Bondo, and they're saying that something unusual is going on. There have been photos that have been going around in social media about activities in Bondo, and today this article is actually confirming that the road network heading to Opoda Farm, which is Raila Odinga's rural home, is getting tarmacked, and there is just an array of activities. The drainage system in the area is also getting fixed, and there is a lot of decoration that is going on even at Opoda Farm. Let me say at Jaramogi, at Raila Odinga's home. On the other side of Kangoka Jaramogi. Kangoka Jaramogi is where Jaramogi was buried. That's where Raila built his Simba. Simba is the very first house you build. That there is also a lot of security presence. Initially, you could just walk in there and run your errands and maybe just watch or do whatever you can do, then you can walk out. But I'm told the security has really been heightened, and it is not now the usual Kangoka Jaramogi that you know. Those are very fundamental structure. Kangoka Jaramogi is a very fundamental structure as far as the politics of Raila Odinga and Jaramogi are concerned. So I wanted to look, because the newspaper is asking a question. Is it Raila's moment? One thing I can say is that it is a moment. It is for the Kenyan voter to decide whether it is Raila's moment or not. I want to say that, of course, different scenarios are playing out, and I think there is a common convergence that it might be Raila Odinga's moment. After 20 years struggling in the struggle to make it to State House, he still have an active bet slip. He still have an active bet slip to get the State House, to get to the State House. What are your thoughts? But just to help us achieve that, I want to talk about what can help Raila get the magic 9 million target to dash off William Ruto, because William Ruto is not a pushover. And if you have been keen, the target message the next 5 days to the general election has been on voter turnout, voter turnout, voter turnout. When the president was in Moroni, he chided the area residents, telling them that they should attend rallies, but on the election day, they should also come out and vote. That we'll see. I have also seen some advert running in, I think, Citizen, where Gitobu Manyara, I think there is James Orengo, and some also Asian leader, also calling on the people to vote for the first time. The liberators, the batch that really fought for the second liberation. And that is one of the things I say Raila Odinga ticket have. Now, I want to explain in simply why the turnout is what is going to take Raila Odinga to State House. This video is targeting people who are undecided, number one, and I know that is very few. Number two, I also want to target to people who are normally passive voters. The people who wake up and go to the streets, they play politics on the streets, but they don't take time to go and vote. At least for once. Whether you support Raila Odinga, you support William Ruto, you support Wajakoya, you support Agano, the most important thing you can do is to wake up and go and vote. Why do you think turnout is going to change the scales? The person that is going to be announced midday on 10th August, Wednesday, that person, what will make him become the president is the number of people that turn out to vote. Now, why? Kindly subscribe to our channel, and I also want to remind us about Sarah's medical support. We have a challenge or other campaign we are running. At least 50 bob donation to one of our subscribers who is in Kenyatta Hospital, locked because of acute leukemia. She has undergone through the chemo sessions, but of course there is bit of the finance bill, the medication bill has inflated to 1 million. So we are running a challenge here to support her in any little way you can. My number is there, 0710 62 78 89, and you can also reach out directly to Sarah. Her number is 0716 357 360. High voter turnout in Raila Odinga's strongholds will spark an election euphoria on the election day. What I want to say is this. The polling station is opened at 6 in the morning, and I know that people normally are in the queue as early as 4 a.m. or as early as 3 a.m. Now, by the time we get to 10, it is normally it should be like 3/4 of the population are voted. And the media reports start emerging on which area has voted and which area has not voted. And for one, I think we need to get this very right. And that is why I insist that Raila Odinga's stronghold must wake up in the morning very early to vote first, because there will be a media report, and by 10 a.m. the media personnel that are on ground should not be reporting a low voter turnout in Nyanza, in Western, in the coast, Kalonzo Musyoka staff, Nairobi, in those areas. If that is done, what normally that brings is, number one, Raila Odinga's supporters or the supporters from the rest of the country normally will try to remember the normal narrative that Nyanza has never voted. So I think for this time, Nyanza must prove to the country that they have been voting. But of course, there was an element of suppression. So that narrative that can run that there is a low turnout from Raila's strongholds, one, it's going to create fatigue amongst voters that have not voted, because again, at that time, everyone is in the internet trying to find out what exactly is happening. And that can be used by Raila Odinga's competitors to send a message to the rest of the country that maybe Raila has lost. Let's just take it right to the head, that the voting starts in the morning, and from 2, there are people who have voted, there are people who maybe shall have not voted. The people who vote from 1 p.m. all the way to the evening are normally influenced by many other factors. Factors like who is voting, who is leading. When someone goes to vote at 4 p.m. and that person is in the queue, but when he's listening to the radios, looking at the internet, is that Nyanza has turned up in large numbers, that person is highly motivated. But if that is not there, I want to believe this is something that Raila Odinga supporters nationwide must get right. I insist and I will repeat this. Let them not allow the competitors to run with that narrative. Now, when the voter turnout is high, there is a benefit of Mount Kenya suppression. Mount Kenya's vote basket, comparative of the last two general election, in 2022, there is an element of suppression. Suppression by default, because they don't have one of their candidates on the ballot. So the turnout is likely to be low. Now, with that low turnout, William Ruto is demanding or is in need of 80%. With the low turnout, one that with the suppression in Mount Kenya, for Raila Odinga's candidature to benefit from Mount Kenya suppression, you must turn up in large numbers. Mombasa must turn out in their numbers. Western must come out in their numbers. And this doesn't only apply to Raila Odinga. Even on William Ruto's side, for the tyranny of numbers between Kalenjin and Kikuyu vote matrix, for that matrix to work, it will take upon the Rift Valley voters to come out in their numbers. Without those numbers, the questioning of the 9 million might not come. But with that, I have to say that the 9 million will not come from whoever is in the register, but whoever walked to the polling station and casted his vote. Create a historic occasion on Raila Odinga's presidency. I like Britain. For one thing, I remember during the World Cup, the English, the UK team, the Britain team, the England team, by the time they were still they were getting to semis, I think it was Euro, the final that they played against Italy. By the time they were playing semis and quarters, there was already a hashtag running, it's coming home. 2 weeks before even knowing that even England will get to the final. Now, on this one, I have seen a very well orchestrated media narrative by Raila Odinga team to take up an agenda that it is historic Raila Odinga's presidency. And let them take this directly from me, if someone is, and I know they are listening, that what they need to tell the voter is that we are not going to get the winner, but we are going for Raila Odinga presidency. The occasion branding of the voting day will create a euphoria, and that is very important. For you to create that euphoria now, utingize nchi, so that people know that of course it's a Raila Odinga moment. You need to come out in the numbers so that people get shocked. Why is it that Nyanza are in their numbers? That creates already a very positive mood. Ruto's inroads in Raila Odinga's strongholds can only be neutralized by a larger turnout. We don't want, and I don't think it is wise enough to underestimate Musalia Mudavadi, to underestimate Moses Wetangula. You cannot underestimate Mombasa's inroads. William Ruto has made very serious inroads in the coast, and you cannot underestimate those inroads. For Raila Odinga, and even on the other side, for William Ruto to benefit on inroads that Raila Odinga have made in Central, it must take a voter turnout, highest voter turnout from Nyanza. I will try to look at this in terms of figures. Guys, do you know the two primary strongholds in this election, unlike the other two, is Nyanza and Rift Valley? Now, Nyanza is supposed to square it out with the Rift Valley. If you take the Nyanza vote and square with the Kalenjin Rift Valley vote, they are supposed to square out. It will not square out if on the other side someone did not turn up to vote. So the mathematical advantage that Raila or Ruto is going to have on each other depends on a higher voter turnout. Very clear. It will take you to go out and vote. And by the way, I search one of, let me get Clifford Omondi Clifford Omondes from Migori, yes. He got a message for me here in the comment section saying, "Hi Kevin, hi Kev, thank you for the good work. I understand and I promise you that this time Nyanza counties are going to vote 85 to 95%. I wish you take it to 95 to 99%. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my bold. What is your take? What is the turnout in your place? Before this election, I'll be going to Central, to Mount Kenya, so that I also do a very critical analysis on Raila Odinga's chances there with William Ruto.